Hi, welcome to week four. Your week four discussion this week is a case scenario. So it's your school has been given the green light to form a site-based management team to deal with a number of school issues. You've been asked to develop a plan for creating the committee and setting the agenda for its first meeting. So be sure that you use the suggestions in the resource section for addressing site-based management teams and community engagement, especially the House Bill 5 suggestions, and then you're going to talk about how you are going to proceed. All right, week four, you're going to now do your school community partnership report. So we've looked at the partnerships that you've had, you've looked at their weaknesses and their strengths, you've decided if you are going to work on a new partnership or improve the one that you already have. You met with your site-based team and talked about what your campus needs were, and you talked about either a new partnership or redefining one that you already have. In week three, you talked about your timeline and your evaluation component. So in week four, you're going to be putting together your report. All right, so here is again your rubric. And then if you are going to put your report somewhere like Google Docs or somewhere like that, then we're going to ask that you put the link to your report here. If not, you can submit it like you normally do. So this is the template that you are going to use. And if you'll notice, we have given you a lot of instructions and guidance. So if you'll notice, the green box will tell you what needs to be done. So the title of your partnership will go here in all caps and centered. It's recommended that your title is no more than 12 words, and it should be clearly what this report is about. And then on the next thing is this document you can type in it. You can also type over the text that's already here. You can delete anything that's there. You can delete these green boxes as well. And it says to delete the information box, click on this outer edge here, and you'll see that it puts handles around it, and then you can just push delete, and it will delete those boxes. So you'll type in everything that you see on the template. So the first one tells you that you will center and bold the title of section 1. This is sort of the introduction, and then you'll have your needs assessment. You're going to talk about how you analyzed the data to determine what your need was for this particular partnership. You're going to do your project description, so you're going to describe it. You're going to talk about your measurable goals, the activities that you're going to use. You're going to talk about 3 of Epstein's principles for student success. You're going to describe your partners and how the partnership is going to benefit student achievement. You're going to talk about what research that you looked at, and you will need to include a minimum of 3 peer-reviewed journals that describe research-based strategies that support your partnership and your goals. Make sure you are citing them correctly. The next thing is your planning process. So you're going to talk about how are you going to plan to organize this partnership, what community resources will contribute to the partnership, who's going to lead the program, who's going to be involved, how's information going to be communicated. A lot of this stuff you've already done in your previous weeks. You're just putting it together in your formal report. Implementation, you're going to talk about how are you going to implement. You'll talk about your timelines and how your stakeholders will assist with that implementation. The last piece is evaluation. And this is, again, from last week. You're going to talk about how you're going to evaluate, and then how are you going to share your findings with your school, family, and community stakeholders. The last page is references, and we've shown you how to reference a chapter in a book, how to reference an article from a peer-reviewed journal that doesn't have a DOI, just maybe has a URL, an article from a journal with a DOI, a reference from a book, and then we also give you an article from an online journal and references from a governmental agency. These documents, these boxes, will tell you exactly how to cite everything, so make sure that you're following that. Not only do you need to put it on your reference page, but you also need to cite your information in the body of your report. And that is week 4. If you follow this guideline, this template, you should not have any problems getting this report completed. Week 5, I'll go ahead and talk about. In week 5, you're going to put together a presentation about this report. And we'll talk about week 5 in our next video.